Some of the finest hotels can be found in Europe. The Georges V in Paris, the Walserhof in Klosters and the Claridge's in London. But the Hans Brinkner Budget Hotel is not one of them.
No.
Die schönsten und wir verwöhnen sie mit Luxus. Wenn Hotels die Werbetrommel rühren, sparen sie nicht mit Übertreibungen. Ganz anders Hans Brinker in Amsterdam.
Een hotel dat er trots op is dat het geen zwembad heeft, geen tennisbaan en geen parkeerplaats. Dat er prat op gaat kamers te hebben zonder minibar of televisie. Een hotel dat pocht dat het lawaaiig is op de gang, dat er geen airconditioning is en dat sommige kamers uitkijken op een blinde muur. Het Hans Brinker Budget Hotel in Amsterdam is er niet alleen trots op, het adverteert er zelfs mee.
Situated in the heart of Amsterdam, what it lacks in sophistication, it makes up for in imaginative marketing. The hotel's bizarre advertising campaigns have made it an essential stop for any budget traveller passing through. So the ticket sent an expendable reporter to find out more about the discreet charm of the Hans Brinker Budget Hotel.
Also als wir ins Zimmer reingekommen sind und die niedrigen Betten und so und es ist so klein und die Dusche, da läuft das Wasser direkt ins ganze Bad rein und so, da ist kein...
Anyway, happy consumers. But what we realized developing this campaign is that, that the advertising bit was actually a reason to talk to the press. So everything we did, we just amplified by really PRing the hell out of it. And I'll take you, together with Richard, through some work for the last 10 years. It's a very consistent campaign. We stuck to the strategy of telling the truth. But we varied a lot with it because we want to keep surprising the press and also the audience. And this is actually one of the campaigns we did where, this is the basic artwork, but we applied it with a small change and made this. I don't know if you can read the bottom right. The two most dreaded words in advertising, or for consumers at least, you know, something which is not included. And this is actually a good example of that.
So we also made some quite traditional campaigns where we applied some kind of Procter & Gamble comparison logic as well, as in this campaign.
This campaign actually got us in trouble with the city of Amsterdam, which was also one of our clients, so it was not a very good thing. But we did also another campaign which got us in trouble with the British Institute, which checks all the advertising material for ethics. Yeah, let's get. We keep questioning the hotel and the hotel owner if it can get any worse, and every time they surprise us by coming up with really, really innovative things. And sometimes inspiration comes from a little piece in the newspaper. We read something about consumers becoming too clean, people becoming too clean because of all the soap and stuff we use, and we created this campaign. You can improve your immune system by staying in the Brinker because of all the bacteria we have in the hotel. Sometimes it's current affairs. Al Gore kind of helped us to come up with this idea.
It's an accidentally eco-friendly hotel.
And the inspiration from this actually also came not only from Al Gore, but the hotel sign. And again, we've been working for these guys for 13 years now. But for years, hotels has 5 letters in it, but always the L was burning, the rest was never burning, because that was actually the main inspiration for us to come up with this campaign, as that hotel sign only uses 20% of the normal energy a hotel sign should use. And these are other examples we developed.
We figured the carbon footprint of the Hansbrink Hotel must be quite small, considering the heating doesn't work.
That's our creative director, actually. And this is the hotel sign I was talking about. Seriously, this is not fake. He never fixed it, and it says somewhere here that an eco fact about the hotel is that our sign only uses 20% of a normal sign. And this is the last campaign. I just showed you, I read out of this book, but and if you again. The PR for the hotel really helped us because people are aware of this campaign, and this English publisher came to us and asked us if we could publish a book about the hotel, and we agreed if we could come up with the idea for the hotel, and it became this hotel. And actually, this is for sale throughout Europe, and again, generates not only attention for the hotel but also some funds for the owner. So it's kind of a nice. I think the Brink is one of the best examples in using PR, at least for us as an agency, and. Has been very effective for the hotel as well, as it won a Golden Effie a couple of years ago.
Yeah, it's always fully booked now. I mean, you have to book for weeks in advance.
Funny enough,
days in advance.
After showing you an example of chasing people away from the city of Amsterdam, an example of actually getting people to the city of Amsterdam, we were approached by the Amsterdam City Council to develop a new campaign for them. And basically, they wanted something like this. The famous I Love New York campaign. Again, we were faced with a similar problem like the Brinker. A dispersed target group, no real media buying power, no real worldwide reach. So we advised the city not to develop a campaign, but a motto for the city. Something which is very inclusive of everyone in the city. And we want to make the inhabitants part of the city of Amsterdam and proud of the city of Amsterdam. And we also wanted to show the diversity of the city because we felt that actually was the real power of the city of Amsterdam. And the issue of lack of budget to reach an international target group was tackled by not creating advertising, but content and objects that could be used in the long term. And we started out by developing this content by asking 20 photographers to take pictures about specific things in the city, like families and infrastructure. And this created a D-base, a visual D-base of over 500 images, which were captured in this book, which went on sale, and was also for sale in every hotel in the city. And next to that, we created an exhibition, a traveling exhibition, which could tell the story of the city of Amsterdam, not only in Amsterdam, but also if the city officials, like the mayor, would travel abroad, they could take the exhibition with them to show people a little bit more about what Amsterdam does. This is the mayor of Amsterdam talking in Beijing about to businesses to convince them that they should locate their business in our wonderful city. Another thing we did, as I said, is we developed objects which we could put in the city itself. And this actually, we never kind of imagined that this would be so successful because we thought it was kind of a nice idea to have on the side. But it became one of the most photographed objects of the city of Amsterdam. And it creates a lot of hits on Flickr and on internet. One other thing we did is we realized from the beginning that the city itself didn't really have the power to create visibility. So we created this brand manual and made this motto as simple as possible so that all the city's institutions, like the museum here, the Van Gogh Museum, could apply it on their existing communication. And I'll show you a few examples. This is a concert hall using it.